Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. For those of you that don't know, my name is Tim. I like to take big things and make them small. Currently, we are working on one of our sculptures. Currently our only sculpture. And his name is King Cornelius Cobb. Look at him. Wow. Excellent. We're almost done with the sculpting process. Most of him is baked, which is good. Now we are currently working on his final details, which are his hand, sword, then his other hand, which we'll be holding a cane. We might honestly need to trim this down a little bit and adjust it, rebake it probably, but for the time being, we're going to be continuing to work on this hand. That's what we're working on. And before we start work, we've been cracking a pack on this guy. I think we're gonna do that again. I did get my layering ponytail, which is very exciting. But we're just gonna open up one, see what we get, because I'm not actually gonna pay for both my cards. We let fate this. Oh, backwards one. There's a backwards one. I always pick that one. I know it means nothing, but nothing good. Well, we got nothing. All right. Let me get my camera set up. And we'll get going. We're going to make his hand look like a glove, because I feel like that's the best way to go about avoiding giving him any fingernails. And I do not want to do that. So we're going to do a little bit more smoothing on his hand. There's a couple spots on there that I'm not a fan of. Kind of round some of those edges out. Then we're going to give him some knuckles. Because what's a hand without a knuckle? Nothing. Exactly, it's not a hand. It ain't nothing. Got a little jacked up. Unfortunate. Do need to go in and smooth that out as best I can. Much little details on there as possible. Just kind of make it look like a glove, you know? Scab. Silicone brush tool. I hope everybody has had a good day today. Build that knuckle up a little bit. I don't want to add too much extra clay onto here. If we can get it. Looking like a knuckle. Without having to add extra clay. This would be nice. Would be nice indeed. With the finger knuckle. Pretty darn good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add just a little roll of clay around the edge, just so we can define it as a glove. Might not be able to get all the way around, but I think we'll get away with mostly around. Maybe we can give him a kingly bracelet as well. There we go. Got it out. I felt like one of those like earwax picking videos there. I'm gonna go ahead and smooth this, blend it in there. We're good to go. Hand's a little big, but I think it's fine. The glove was the call. Just to help sell the scale of the hand a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. Now we get to do the other hand. Which will be fun. Might be able to get away with a little bend. Break the bite the hand that feeds, you know? That's what I was thinking. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what kind of magic we can pull. And honestly, after that, after we get that hand on, that's the last little detail. He's going right in the oven. Who knows? We could be done with him today and start painting tomorrow. Wow. Crazy. Alright, just for the hand, I make a little shape. Try to build up. Just make the hand look like a hand. And we'll cut the fingers into it. To have a general hand shape. Be about the same size as that. It'd be the right hand. So I need to remember that. Try to trim off some of the excess, the far side of the pinky, just so it doesn't have too much extra meat on the hand. It is indeed that time again. Welcome to the stream, Dr. Space Monkey. If we get this hand finished tonight, then we're moving on to painting tomorrow, which is very exciting. We're in endgame here. We're entering endgame. How did that feel? Starting to pass the hand test. Get a little skinnier. Gotta get it right. Gotta get it matching the other hand. This hand is important. This is the hand that holds the staff. This is the second hand. We finished the first hand. We literally just finished. I came in ready. Came in swinging. Mind cleared. Hand focused. You know what I'm saying? I could go for right now. A grilled cheese and tomato soup. That sounds delicious. Nice tomato soup. Sounds absolutely delectable right now. Yeah, just looking a little too puffy. Oh. I think when he have his pinky out. Grabbing his staff, pinky out. Fancy boy. Fudge. Let's get that bad boy. Let's get that bad boy on there. Oh yeah, that's a hand fit for a king. That's a hand fit for a king in my book. Worried about the whole situation with it staying in place when I bake this. But douse this in liquid clay. I'm thinking. No, I'm going to stand up. Being honest. Yeah, he's walking. It does pass the hand on. Wow. Look how far we've come, guys. Absolutely exquisite. I am ecstatic. Grommet. Had to throw it out there. Not a Wallace and Gromit fan, that's okay. But he does like this little number. So, I do apologize for that. When you feel the essence of Wallace, you must let it possess you, you know? This is not cool. Oh, how does that work? I'm walking. I got my hand on a walking stick. Need something like round so I can see. Knuckles out. Let's see. Not that. And they're gloves, which helps hide the knuckle bits. Pretty good. Still want to look like a hand, not just a amorphous blob shaped hand, you know? Hand shaped blob, whichever way you want to say it. That's what we're not looking for. We're not looking for. Look at them knuckles looking good, you know? Knuckles. What a good show. I don't know if you ever watched Flapjack. So I don't remember what it's like the full name. The Adventures of Flapjack, The Misadventures of Flapjack, something like that. Cartoon Network show. Absolutely, just it was bonkers. Also a great show though. Love that show. Get it as smooth as possible. Get that out of here. I do love it when I don't have to film. I do not have my camera in my face. At some point, I will be swapping desks and locations on my desks. So at some point in the future, do not be surprised if my desk changes. because there will be some furniture movement happening. Oh, why does this not touch the ground anymore? Interesting. What would happen? I'm really hoping this might revolt. I'm sorry, Dr. Space Monkey. That's just how it is. Not anytime soon, but at some point, the desk is gonna change. For the better or worse, who knows? Hopefully for the better. But only time will tell on that one. Yes, fingers crossed indeed. Fingers crossed indeed. Smoothing. Then I'm gonna go get that oven ready, man. Get that oven ready. We're baking them tonight. Getting baked tonight. Do a little prep so that we don't get too much movement with the baking process. Too much movement. I've been watching a streamer and they've been playing a game called No Rest for the Wicked. Honestly, pretty cool game. It's a RPG type game. The graphics are really cool. It has like Path of Exile, Diablo type graphics where it's like the top down. There's something about these graphics. Love them. Absolutely love them. They're great. If I had time, I would play the game. Looks like a fun game to play. To do like resource gathering, killing enemies. It looks fun with a group of people. By yourself looks fun, but more fun with a group of people. Like that. With some games. Like this is probably going to be a lot more fun. At the moment, it is early access PC, but it's supposed to be for all consoles at some point. They were playing PC, but what I read it's supposed to be at some point all consoles. A couple wrinkles in the hand. Do something here. I'm gonna add some liquid clay onto this. So that it gives something to stick onto, you know? That looks good. Alright, I gotta get some tin foil so that we can bulk this up. I'm also gonna get my oven ready so that we can start baking this boy. So, there we go. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. And I am back. I did some bumping and banging of all my mic and camera. So, that's fun. Anyways, I got some tin foil. I'm thinking of adding just a little ball right in between here. That will be bake it. Oh, hello and welcome. No worries. We are about to actually start getting King Hob ready to bake. Welcome back. It has been a minute. Sorry for the audio nightmare that tinfoil is. How well this will work, but we will try it anyway. Well, I'm glad to see and spending time with people you care about. Very important. Okay. Wrapping this up. How does this fit? Not too big. A little more. A little more tinfoil. A little more tinfoil. Will this work? I have absolutely no clue. But that seems to be a good spot there. Yeah. I think he's ready to bake. I think he's ready to bake. Look at him. Look at him. Wow. Looks wonderful. We have a couple little pieces we need to add back. Did we missing a little guy there? Not there. He's looking wonderful. I'm very happy with his creation. Some could say a royal masterpiece. A little bit too big. That's okay. Very royal indeed, yes. Alright. Let me go get him in the oven. And I'll be right back. Again with the be right back. Sorry for the many be right backs. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I had a little bit of an issue. When I was putting him in the oven, I knocked some of his decorative pieces off, so I had to add him back real quick. All right. King Cobb is baking. This is wonderful news, everybody. But that means we have nothing to sculpt. Well, thank you for hanging out, Raven. It was good seeing you again. But I came prepared for this. I came prepared. I'm going to start getting some ideas for a new character. Like, a little bit drawn. Let's see how that goes. Unfortunately, to get some. Gonna get is that, but I don't remember. Was it roll tab? Yeah, that was it. All right. So let's get doing this. You're gonna see my screen for a second, so I do apologize. Okay. And I do need to pull up chat on my phone real quick so I can see what the peeps are saying. Hi. It is a brainstorming sesh, indeed. All right, let's see what we can do. We are gonna adjust because I've had a couple ideas. It's the zoom button. I haven't used it in a minute. Where is my color? Where is my color? Oh, there's that. That's good. I had a couple ideas. Let me pull those up real quick. Oh, you know what I do need to do? I set a timer. There's no sense. There's one idea I had was I had a pigeon mailman. One guy that we let's see. The pigeon look. Along these lines. Big. Get warmed up. Okay. That looks like a pigeon. Kind of, sort of. Get the idea of a pigeon, you know? Kind of a big pigeon. Alright. We got a pigeon. Alright, just kind of... Let's see here. That new layer. This isn't gonna be our pigeon. This is just... We get some ideas out there, you know? Because our king cob was a bipedal man, so can we make the pigeon? What do we want to keep him? I don't know yet. Because I'm thinking, like, how does our pigeon get dressed, you know? This is just a off the dome type idea. The bucket hat is necessary. Big goggles, maybe? I think I do need to add a ball to this list. Let's look at a humanoid. How would we do a human? Guess we could a triangle, like a triangle shape. Good. This will be the head. Ball. Ball. Bigger. Longer neck. A beaker. Like that? That looks weird. You have like big hands dragging on the ground. We like the big hands. I don't know if I like the big hands. Let's here are the big hands. Still long hand. Put him. This letter. A good idea. Short little legs. I think we like that idea. Cute little guy. Do some outfit ideas. Bucket hat is necessary. Bucket hat is a necessity for a pigeon man. We'll go. This is just a sketch. We're not going crazy details right now. I like some asymmetry. That's why we have the handout. But he's grabbing pouches. It's just the regular pigeon. That's not his collar or anything. Let's see. Like that. Sticking with like the medieval vibe. I like where we're going with that. Not too crazy on the outfit. You will have a satchel for sure. Tail. Little tail. I'm liking this look. Oh. I was looking at chat this way. You know, I wasn't even seeing. Sorry, Dr. Space Monkey. Or protruding belly, yes. Penguin. He is Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. My thing wasn't loading. I'm sorry, Dr. Space Monkey. I didn't see what you were saying. Goggles could be advantageous. We might be doing that. Give me 1 second. I need to get the homie out of the oven before he burns. All right, he's out of the oven, which is great. What is not great is that it is our time. We have hit our hour mark. I think we can do some more spitballing sometime for a character idea, but I do like. I think he was. We can't do another Winnie the Pooh situation. He is kind of looking like a penguin. We'll figure something out. It's fun. We're just making ideas. Keep coming up with some new characters. We'll get there. We shall get there. But for the time being and for tomorrow, we will be focusing on finishing our boy King Cobb with some painting. Huzzah. Huzzah indeed. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow around 6:30. I started a little early today, but it's usually around 6:30. Hang out for an hour, do some painting, and have a good time. Alright? I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some more work. Peace.